Now live at 5.
Duluth is evaluating their resource officers in their schools.
Plus, Proctor High School's football season is put on hold as police investigate what they're calling student misconduct. What we know so far. And later,
raising awareness about Special Olympics Minnesota with a torch. More details tonight.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke. The Duluth School District is reviewing the school resource officer contracts they have with the police department. That's because of a resolution passed last summer after some concern in the community. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo joins us live outside of Denfeld High, where a meeting will take place tonight to discuss the role of SROs. Kendall, why are some in the community concerned about police officers in Duluth's public schools?
Well, Kristen, the meeting starts in about an hour, and its purpose is to hear from community members about the role school resource officers play in public schools and how effective they are. The Duluth branch of the NAACP released a statement today regarding their position of SROs in schools. Overall, they don't think SROs provide services to students in crisis. They also referenced a study that shows SROs disproportionately discipline students of color. Katie Williams is co-chair of the Education Committee for the Duluth branch of the NAACP. She says while students should meet objectives and test scores, there are some who come from a different place and need alternatives to punishment so they don't fall through the cracks.
They would thrive. They would be connected to our institutions, where right now it's probably really hard for them to connect if they're afraid that they're going to be punished just for living as a person with color.
The NAACP's proposed solution: allocate money elsewhere, like hiring more school counselors, and have alternatives to punishment, such as meditation and school at a different time. ISD 709 is partnering with the Twin Cities-based nonprofit called Marnita's Table to collect input from other community members. That's the meeting scheduled to take place here at Denfeld tonight from 6 to 9 o'clock.
All right, thank you, Kendall. And coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear from the Duluth School District about why they're hosting these meetings for the community. Well, CBS3 sports anchor Kelly Hinseth joins us now with some developing news out of Proctor. Kelly, I understand the football season has been put on hold while police investigate what they're calling student misconduct. You've been following this today. What do you know so far?
Yeah, Kristen, there are a lot more questions than answers tonight. As you mentioned, we know the investigation stems from what authorities are calling student misconduct, but police and school leaders say they can't talk about what exactly those claims are. They say that's mostly because kids are involved and an investigation is underway. There's no word on exactly how many people are being investigated or when the investigation might wrap up. But the Proctor Police Chief told us today that the more witnesses who come forward, the faster they can resolve the situation. He's asking anyone with information to contact a Proctor School Resource Officer or the Proctor Police. We have that number on our website. We also reached out to the Proctor football coach today, and we did not hear back. As we mentioned, their season is on hold at least until the investigation ends. That means this Friday's home game against Aitkin will not be happening. The Proctor team has gone 0-3 so far this season. That includes losses to Esco, Hibbing, and Cloquet. No word on what this hold means for other local teams who have Proctor on their schedule later this year. And of course, we'll keep following this story and bring you any more updates as they come in.
All right. Thank you, Kelly. President Biden announced today the U.S. is doubling its purchase of Pfizer COVID vaccine shots to share with the world and encouraged other wealthy nations to increase their contribution as well. All of this as the president convened the virtual Global Vaccination Summit. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
At a virtual summit, President Biden pushed wealthy nations to do more to increase global vaccination rates.
The only way to get this done is for everyone, everywhere, is for all of us to step up.
The president said the U.S. is stepping up, buying another 500 million doses of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine to share with the world, bringing the U.S. total to more than 1 billion doses.
To beat the pandemic here, we need to beat it everywhere.
Currently, less than 45% of the world population has received at least one dose, and in some low-income countries, the rate is as low as 2 to 3%.
World leaders participated in the global COVID summit as discussions continue here in the U.S. over plans for booster shots.
An FDA announcement is expected shortly after its advisory committee recommended a third dose for Americans 65 and older, as well as those at high risk. A CDC advisory committee began its two-day meeting on boosters Wednesday.
Given the types of immune responses we're seeing here, as well as the real-world evidence, this bodes well for the vaccine to provide substantial benefit to those individuals that are boosted.
Over on Capitol Hill, a teenager was among witnesses who testified virtually Wednesday at a hearing on COVID's impacts on children.
This has been a tremendously difficult time, I think, for everyone, but really young people in particular. And
the head of the American Academy of Pediatrics testified that child COVID cases have increased exponentially with the spread of the Delta variant. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
The AAP president also testified, saying more than 21,000 children have been hospitalized and 480 children have died as a result of COVID since the start of the pandemic. Meanwhile, COVID-19 continues to spread quickly in Itasca County. 138 new cases have been reported in the past week. 71 residents have died of the virus since COVID started. Almost 60% of Itasca County's eligible population is vaccinated. For a list of places to get vaccinated or tested, you can head to our website. Statewide COVID numbers have also been trending up. Minnesota reported about 1,400 new cases today. There were about 2,700 new cases in Wisconsin. That puts Wisconsin's 7-day case average at a level we haven't seen since January. Well, Dave joins us now for a quick check of the weather. Dave, I was just saying, I don't know why, but I feel proud that Hibbing hit 29 degrees. How chilly is that? I mean, we're still in September.
1 degree off from the record.
Wow.
The record was 28 degrees, and the rest of the region was pretty chilly as well, so that frost advisory for a lot of gardeners unfortunately did pay off. Low temps ran from 30 in Ely to 29 in Hibbing-Chisholm to 39 degrees at the airport in Duluth, down to 32 in Solon Springs and 34 in Watersmeet. It's going to be chilly again tonight, so inland parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin and now even the UP face another frost advisory. And the culprit is high pressure that slipped in from Canada, so a clear sky at night lets things get pretty brisk, but during the day it's a double-edged sword. Then the sunshine coming in warms things up. So tomorrow we're going to do all right temperature-wise. We're going to hold off that low-pressure system at bay till Friday, and tomorrow's going to be another sunny one. By the lake, not as cold again tonight. Low temps there in the 40s. Tomorrow, close to 70. That's warmer than normal for the second day of fall if today is the first. We'll talk about if that trend can last with our 7-day forecast in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, it is the first day of fall, and Wisconsin is ready to celebrate. We take you to 3 different communities welcoming the new season coming up in City by City.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3.
We're kicking off a new season in NYC.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true.
That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to go ahead and smile.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmunds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company, Homes by Edmunds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS3.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-day challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-day challenge.
As the most experienced robotic team in the Northland, we wanted to provide an alternative to the traditional surgical practices that the hospitals offer.
Robotic-assisted surgery allows more complex surgeries with lower chances of infection. You can learn more online at mnsurgery.com or by giving us a call today.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News, live at 5. Happy fall, y'all. That might be the first time I've ever said y'all. We can thank our producer Heidi for that. Here's a live look from Spirit Mountain tonight on this first official day of the new season. You can see leaves already changing colors and really starting to pop out there. And just a reminder, next week, the Recreational Mountain is hosting its first Fall Colors dinner that includes a scenic ride on their chairlifts. Dave will be in with this week's forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region. 3 Wisconsin communities are celebrating fall this weekend with food, arts, and a whole lot of fun. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start off in Mellon, Wisconsin at Copper Falls State Park, where they are celebrating fall on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can join the Friends of Copper Falls State Park for a day of fun activities, including art vendors, pumpkin painting, guided nature hikes, and so much more. There will also be resource booths to learn more about the park and recent improvement projects. A park pass is required to attend. Next, we head to Cable, Wisconsin, where they too will be celebrating fall. From 3 to 10 on Friday and from 7 to 7 on Saturday, the Chamber of Commerce's annual event promises fun and food for the whole family. Options include Friday night's pie eating contest or a fish fry, and on Saturday, the pancake feed and several local food trucks. There will also be a car show and a kiddie carnival, all accompanied by live music. We'll have a link to more information on our website. And we wrap up in Hayward tonight, where it's all about community for their annual Fall Fest celebrations. Friday through Sunday, local businesses will be hosting sidewalk sales in addition to all the fun activities. Throughout the day Saturday, there will be kids games and pumpkin decorating, art vendors, live music, and more. Additionally, the day will wrap up with the announcement of the Scarecrow Contest winner. We'll have a link to all of the events on our website. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, the Duluth Police Department finished a statewide relay celebrating Special Olympics Minnesota today. More on the Torch's journey and why this cause is so important to the squad in just a few minutes.
First day of fall, and temperatures went a little bit warmer than normal, at least for the daytime high, 67 versus 65. But the morning low was chilly this morning, and it will be so again thanks to high pressure and a clear sky. Another frost advisory on tap, and we'll talk about that coming up right after our break.
We're kicking off a new season in NYC. I'm putting the y'all in New York. You didn't even know it was there, but it is now.
Injured? Call Stockman Law Office. Auto collisions, work injuries, all injuries. Call anytime, 218-576-8599. Free consultation, no recovery, no fee. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known secrets about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. Call right now for your free book. And as a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched over 1,200 annuities and summarized the rates and benefits of annuities from financially strong insurers. Again, that's annuity do's and don'ts for baby boomers and a free annuity rate report, both absolutely free, for calling Annuity General today. Supplies are limited. Call now.
Call 800-816-8219. That's 800-816-8219.
Are you ready to freshen up your fall wardrobe? From cozy sweaters to fashionable accessories, Angie's Closet has it all. We are a consignment boutique that features designer brand women's clothing and accessories, all at an affordable price. Visit Angie's Closet today.
Northwest Outlet is your ARE truck topper headquarters.
Raising awareness about Special Olympics Minnesota with a torch. More details tonight.
Duluth is evaluating the resource officers in their schools.
Tonight at 6 on CBS3. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, last night things got pretty brisk around the area as a clear sky led to ground cooling. It's going to happen again. Frost advisory now for a good slice of Minnesota, most of northwestern Wisconsin, and now the UP is included in that as well. Low temps will be in the low 40s by the lake, so lakeside communities may not have it so bad, but inland will be dropping into the 30s once again. Hopefully, though, as the rest of the week unfolds, even the overnight lows will warm up just a little bit. Even though autumn has started, we can still hope for summer-style temperatures. Take a look at the current conditions here. Well, it's not bad at the airport. No, 67 degrees is a hair warmer than the normal high. Relative humidity, that's 45%, and our wind, it is southwesterly, running 8 miles per hour. And the barometric pressure, 30.21 inches of mercury, which is on the higher side, again, thanks to high pressure that's settled in and will continue to dominate us through tonight and tomorrow before our next low-pressure system clouds things up a bit. Come Friday, current temps, low 60s for the Upper Peninsula. The range of temperatures in Wisconsin right now goes from 61 in La Pointe to 67 down towards Hayward and Minong. 66 for Superiors, of course, in the middle of the pack. We also have 66 towards Cloquet and Carleton. And Moose Lake sensor still not working, so no temperature to report there. 64 to Harbor, 68 from Eveleth towards Hibbing, and even towards Grand Rapids. And we do have low 70s already towards the Canadian border. A lot of towns could touch 70 again tomorrow, so that warm trend does continue. And a dry trend will continue as well. Doppler map, the close-up picture for our region shows with high pressure in control, there are not too many clouds in the sky in any of our 3 states, and it'll stay that way overnight tonight, allowing the cool down. And it'll stay that way tomorrow as well for one more day as this high-pressure cell conquering the upper Midwest brings us another day worth of sunshine. So cool nights, mild days. That's the double-edged sword of a high this time of year. Well, once we get to Friday, low-pressure system coming out of the Rockies will be closer to our region. And Friday and Saturday gets, 30 to 40, maybe even 50% shower chances here. 50% shot on Friday, 30% shot on Saturday, and then Sunday, it clears up once again as this low migrates farther to the east. Let's take a look now at the forecast for Minnesota tonight, where we see a range of low temps dropping into the 30s inland and a little bit better, warmer 40s by the lake, partly cloudy sky up on top. For Wisconsin and Michigan, 30s inland, low 40s right by the lake. So yeah, frost advisory for a lot of inland communities. Tomorrow, though, with the sunshine coming in, brought in by the high, we get high temps running 64 to 70. Cool spot just might be Bessemer and Ironwood. The warm spot, as usual, down towards Cable and Hayward. In Minnesota, same range of temperatures, 64 to 70, warmer to the south and inland, a little bit cooler by the lake. Taking a look now at the extended forecast, that low-pressure system from the Rockies brings us a 50% chance for showers on Friday, 30% on Saturday, especially in the morning. The cloud cover blocks the sunshine, so we cool down a bit into the low 60s. But then by Sunday, with a mostly sunny sky, we perk up again into the upper 60s, which now that fall has officially started, Kristen, may be a good thing.
You know, I've been holding on to summer as long as I can, but now that it's officially fall, I will embrace everything.
Let the colors burst forth.
The pumpkins, the fall colors, I'm all in now.
All right.
Happy fall, y'all, right?
Thanks, Kristen.
Thanks, Dave. Bells and whistles filled the streets of Duluth this morning as local law enforcement took part in the final leg of a ceremony for extraordinary athletes. It's just a small portion of a 2,000-mile relay raising awareness for Special Olympics Minnesota and its athletes. CBS3's Abigail Smith here's why Duluth police officers are honored to participate.
Duluth City Hall welcomed sirens and sweat Wednesday morning for the final leg of the law enforcement torch run for Special Olympics. Police officers biked from Brighton Beach to pass the Flame of Hope. More than 70 different enforcement agencies are participating in the statewide event, relaying more than 2,000 miles. Officer Michael Tham says it symbolizes the importance of a Special Olympic inclusion.
We carry a torch, which is a symbol of hope for the athletes to be able to participate in everyday life and do things that you and I are able to do every day that we might take for granted.
Duluth Police Lieutenant Dan Chicos is running the event here in Duluth and says he's more than happy to do so for such a good cause.
I feel pretty good. I haven't trained as much as I'd like to as I probably should have, but again, I consider for the cause it's worth it.
He says they hope to reciprocate the effort of Special Olympic athletes, honoring their dedication.
We're raising some awareness for Special Olympics to let you know we're still out here, and still the athletes are still looking for encouragement.
The Special Olympics Games took place earlier this summer. For more information on what you can do to support Special Olympics Minnesota, you can visit our website. The next fundraising event is the Polar Plunge, coming up in February. Well, it's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets, and today's pet comes to us from Animal Allies here in Duluth. This is Jovi. He is a 7-year-old retriever mix looking for his forever home. Our friends at the shelter tell us he can be a shy guy, but he just needs a home and a family that is willing to love him and play with him. All he needs is a comfy spot to relax, and he is a happy boy. If you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Jovi, you can call the number on your screen. Still to come, researchers are finding more and more young people are becoming increasingly concerned about the climate crisis, what that means for their mental health after the break.
Hi, my name is Dr. Andrew Davis. I'm one of the otolaryngologists and head and neck surgeons here at St. Luke's. Otolaryngology and head and neck surgery encompasses the field of ears, nose, and throat. The head and neck region is responsible for harboring all of our senses, and a lot of the daily functions that we take for granted really makes us kind of who we are and what we are. Having the ability to make such drastic and impactful changes in patients' lives is humbling, but also profound.
It's always a good day for a car wash at Miller Mall Car Wash. But just to be safe, watch Caitlin's Car Wash Forecast weekday mornings on CBS3 This Morning with meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt. Sponsored by Miller Mall Car Wash. Only on live, local CBS3.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Get great offers from GM Financial and $1,750 cash allowance on Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Hi, Gail King here, inviting you to join us every morning right here on CBS. We'll have the important stories and the interviews, all the news that matters really, and best of all, we'll have a good time together. We like to do that. And now you can find us anytime you want on the new Paramount Plus app. So we'll see you every morning right here on CBS. I thought that one was pretty good.
Hi, I'm Kevin from ServPro. Everyone has a home project that they want to get to. Building a deck, building an addition, remodeling a bathroom. The problem is availability with local contractors. Why should you have to wait for months to get your project done? Call ServPro today for fast, quality, professional, reliable workmanship you can count on. ServPro, like it never even happened.
for schools to reopen. There is some positive breaking news. We've got a lot of important new information for you and your family.
Kids and dogs, you gotta love them. But when in the wear is too much and it's time to replace those floors, visit Cloquet Flooring for fresh ideas.
Hello, I'm Shelley. We all know replacing flooring in your home is a sizable investment. With Mohawk's All Pet Protection and Warranty covering all pets, all accidents, all the time, we've got you covered. Contact Cloquet Flooring today to get your free in-home estimate or visit us online at cloquetflooring.com. See our virtual showroom.
Serving with hometown pride, Cloquet Flooring.
We're kicking off a new season in NYC.
A growing number of young people are suffering from anxiety about climate change. Researchers in Britain say it's a real mental health threat, and they are calling for action to put an end to it. CBS's Ian Lee has the story from London.
The signs of climate change are all around, from fierce wildfires raging to freak floods killing dozens across Europe as well as the United States. And they aren't going unnoticed.
It's quite worrying, and it makes me think about our future, and it's definitely not a place that I want my kids to live in.
A new UK study asked 10,000 young adults from 10 countries how they feel about climate change.
The children started telling us that they were feeling betrayed and abandoned, and they felt that governments were lying about the effectiveness of the action they were taking to address the climate emergency.
Researchers from Bath University say 84% of people surveyed, aged 16 to 25, are at least somewhat worried about climate change. Nearly 60% say they are very or extremely worried about the climate crisis. 75% say the future is frightening.
That's the most scary bit, really, what's going to happen in future generations down the line.
And it's not just mankind they're worried about.
You don't want them to be left in a world where there's no animals that they can look at, or there's no beautiful things in the world that they can see.
Researchers say the only cure for climate anxiety is governments around the world taking real action to protect the environment. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
The climate anxiety study found 4 in 10 young people around the world are hesitant to have children as a result of the climate crisis.
Here's what we're working on for this first day of fall. As we wait to see if the FDA could approve a 3rd dose for Americans, some welcome news about what it will take to prevent a winter surge. Plus, we've got new reporting about pregnancy and the dangers of COVID, what expecting mothers need to know. And baking up brighter futures, the secret ingredients. We'll tell you about that good story all tonight. The CBS Evening News is just minutes away.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. Need a flu shot? Schedule your flu shot online today at essentiahealth.org/flu.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. Join me, Kristen Baki, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining.
Brought to you by Range Regional Airport. Watch Eye on Mining with Kristen Baki every Tuesday at 10. Only on live local CBS3.
Hi, folks. Joe Namath here with a new message about your Medicare benefits. You may be entitled to transportation, meals, and expanded coverage for dental work that includes extractions, fillings, and dentures, all at no additional cost. Plus, depending on your zip code, you may be entitled to the Medicare benefit that adds money to your Social Security check every single month. Call and get everything you deserve. Call now. It's free.
I'm on a fixed income, so I called to get money added to my Social Security check. They helped me so much.
I called to save money on co-pays, get prescriptions, transportation, and my dental work covered. I couldn't believe I was spending money I don't have to spend.
Millions of people have trusted the Medicare Coverage Helpline, and you can too. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-916-5591. That's 1-800-916-5591 now.
School visits are an important part of kind of being part of the community outside of the TV station here. When I was in 6th grade, that's when I learned meteorology was it for me. Being on the other side of that now, for me being able to kind of pursue that, it's important for me to then be able to get back into the community. If I can go into a classroom and get just one person who was interested, or just one person who, you know, leaves there knowing like, wow, I learned something new today. For me, I did my job, and that means a lot to me.
Watch meteorologist Caitlin Moffett weekdays at 5 a.m.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Wednesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we learned more ahead of a meeting tonight at Denfeld High School, where the community is invited to discuss school resource officers in schools. The Duluth NAACP spoke out against the role today, saying they don't provide enough to students in crisis. We'll hear more from both sides tonight. And coming up at 6, Hibbing schools are set to host a school board meeting tonight, and masks are on the agenda. We hear from both sides of the debate after a week of protests from parents and nearby Chisholm having to stop in-person learning at its elementary school. Well, Dave, pretty chilly overnight last night. Same story tonight?
Same story tonight. Frost advisory now from Minnesota to Wisconsin into the UP. But just like today, tomorrow, the sunshine bounds temperatures back up to warmer than normal conditions. So chilly nights, mild days, especially for the start of fall. Sunny on Thursday. Leads to a chance for rain on Friday and for Saturday, but that goes away fairly quickly. And Sunday comes up sunny with temperatures slightly warmer than normal.
That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you at 6.